defined Sophia's style hung in neat rows. Everything in this little house was handpicked by her to look confident, cool, and maybe even a little dangerous. Now all she had to do was make herself into the girl who matched it. "Woof! Woof! Woof!" "Jumper!" she cried as the small dog bounded into her bedroom. "Ready to get out there and make some new friends, buddy?" Jumper tilted his head and wiped his ever-flapping tongue across his nose. As always, the pup was eager to please. He excitedly ran circles around Sophia's feet as she customized her look for the day. "What do you say I go with? Punk rock or preppy glam?" she asked, tapping a screen in her closet to life and flipping through an almost endless set of options. "Woof!" Jumper rubbed his face into the deep purple rug. "You're right. I'll pop even more if I mix the two." She clicked on the images of a bright pink t-shirt, a smoke gray bomber jacket, a pair of skinny jeans, and some turquoise high-top sneakers. They suddenly appeared in her closet, beautifully pressed on hangers in her exact size. Made just for her. It was part of the magic of the island. "Bark!" Jumper swatted at a bit of lilac-colored pillow fuzz. No wigs today," Sophia said, as she framed her straight black hair around a smiling face the color of pale sunshine. "Maybe I'll be feeling like lavender bangs next week." "Whoomp!" Jumper ran face first into a violet wall and tipped over like a falling tree. "Hey!" Sophia drew out the word with affection and lifted the dog into her arms. "Why don't you watch where you're going, huh?" She couldn't help but love him. Jumper always had a goofy look on his face and never met a stranger whose chest he wouldn't jump right onto. But it didn't matter. He was all hers. Sophia gave a mock bow to let him pass her. "Whenever you're ready, exit through the front door." They hit the streets, and the colors and shapes of the neighborhood swam by as they ran. Sophia and the little dog bounded down the sidewalk, their feet pitter-pattering on the pavement, passing by pointy pine trees and houses of every shape and size. Jogging along, Sophia glanced to her right and saw her street curving gently ahead. It was lined with rows of houses, each one standing out with its own distinct charm. Some were massive and square modern mansions, while others were adorably small with round windows like big eyes peering out. Every house seemed to have its own personality, just like the people who lived inside them. She skidded to a stop by the front lawn of a neighbor she hadn't met yet. It was a tiny home with bright yellow siding and a simple black roof. A boy matched with a massive golden backpack and a pair of sunglasses. He was leaning over a black moon bear with shining yellow ears. "Hey," Sophia called. "You know if there's any event going on today?" "Huh?" The boy looked up, startled. He grabbed the bear under his arm. I don't know. We're playing inside today." Sophia's stomach sank a little as she watched them run into the house. "I was just being funny," she called. The door slammed shut. "Not trying to scare you away." This was where her troubles always started. It often felt to Sophia that when she spoke up or chimed in or just straight up blurted something out, no one understood what she meant. They might laugh at her for it, or they would talk quieter, or they'd talk over her. The worst was when they'd shut her out completely, like she wasn't even there. And the more it happened, the more she felt like she should just stop trying to speak at all. "You feeling thirsty, Jumper?" "Woof!" "Well, that's what you always say when you hear your name." She laughed the feeling off. Through the winding paths of the neighborhood and through the shining tunnel, they finally arrived at the coffee shop. On the first day, when Sophia saw that gleaming